Good morning. I invite everyone to join me in standing, with gentlemen removing your hats for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Graduates, you may be seated. Welcome to the Abraham Lincoln High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. I am so thrilled that we are sitting here today. I would like to begin by welcoming and introducing our stage guests. Stage guests, will you please stand when I introduce you and remain standing until I have introduced all guests? And audience, please hold your applause until all have been announced. From the Board of Education, President Mr. David Kozier, Vice President, Mr. Chris LaFurla, Board members, Mr. Troy Arthur and Dr. Jill Agress, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Vicki Murillo, Chief of Secondary Schools, Miss Julie Smith, Abraham Lincoln Assistant Principals, Miss Amanda Jens, Mr. Kyle Forney, and Mr. Jeff Novotny, and Principal of Canesville Alternative Learning Center, Mr. Todd Barnett. For those of you who are unfamiliar with me, I am Bridget Bellows, principal at Abraham Lincoln. I just finished my 10th year at Abraham Lincoln, and I can say with 100% certainty that there has never been another year like it. I'd like to begin today with a quote from William Brennan, former Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court. He once said, "We must meet the challenge rather than wish it were not before us." In these times, we are faced with unprecedented challenges, a global and crippling pandemic, an uprising of voices forcing us to think about and change what it means to be a person of color in our country, joblessness, food shortages, and the list goes on. But what we, and now you, as high school graduates, cannot do is sit idly on the sidelines wishing for better or different times. Today, you will earn the distinction of high school graduate, but that does not come without responsibility. Your family, your learning opportunities, experiences, teachers, and your friendships have all helped to shape your character, your passions, your talents, and of course, who you will become. I recall seeing the quizzical looks on your faces as I walked through your math classes, and remember listening to the types of questions you asked in history class and the deep and meaningful discussions you had about pieces of literature in English. In these times of adversity, I am confident that you possess the skills, dispositions, and courageous minds to not only face the challenges before you, but to develop innovative and compassionate solutions to the obstacles facing our community and beyond. To say that I am proud of the young adults you have become is an understatement. You persevered through the closing of our schools, putting many of you in the position of caretaker for younger siblings or at-risk adults, adding hours to your part-time jobs to help make ends meet for your families, and of course, taking on the very difficult task of completing your final graduation requirements virtually. I would like to take a moment to thank your family and friends who are among you today or watching our ceremony online. They stood behind you, giving you a little push when you needed it, and they stood next to you proudly as you proudly moved from grade to grade, achieving excellence in academics, athletics, the music, and the arts. And now, here you sit in front of us, the class of 2020, fulfilling that pledge you made way back in 5th grade to one day graduate from high school. Let's give your family and friends a round of applause to thank them for all they have done in helping you to prepare for this day. I would be remiss if I didn't also take a moment to give tribute to your teachers. You have been provided with a world-class education. The staff at Abraham Lincoln High School have dedicated their lives to teaching and preparing young people for the future. When schools closed, their first concern was you, their students. How would they teach you? Would you be safe? What supports would you need? You have been a top priority for them for these last 4 years, and I can tell you that they wouldn't change a thing. Please join me with applause to thank them for all that they have done. As I close, I want you to take a moment to remember the little person you once were, full of dreams and aspirations. Now I want you to think about the person you are, sitting here today. So many things have changed in those years since you began school, including your ability to solve problems, persevere, and show empathy. You see, you have the power to change history for the better. Be an educated voice who fights for and protects our freedoms, who doesn't stand for injustice, who refuses to settle for the status quo, and who courageously stands up for those who can't stand for themselves. I am honored and humbled to stand before this remarkable class of 2020 and announce to all who are listening that this group of young people is ready for the next chapter in life. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations to the class of 2020. And now I will turn the podium over first to Dr. Vicki Murillo, Superintendent of Schools, and then to Mr. Kozier, our school board president, and finally our senior speaker, Miss Sarah King, to address our graduates.
Well, good morning. Before I start my speech here with you, I just want to tell you, you don't realize how good you look to all of us. This is a big, huge graduating class. You all look fabulous, and I am so thankful that we were able to have this opportunity to get together today to celebrate you and have a graduation. So greetings, class of 2020. I am extremely thankful to be with you today and share this special memory with you. First, let me acknowledge this year proved to be more challenging than any of us would have ever expected. I am proud to see how you rose above the challenges and demonstrated the important qualities, perseverance, and strength. In the midst of the pandemic, you found your grit to finish your senior year online. You may not have had a traditional ending to your senior year, but you demonstrated that the class of 2020 is strong and resilient. Never has a graduating class been called to step into their future with more compassion, faith, hope, and purpose. As Maya Angelou once stated, "I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it." I want to challenge you today to act in ways that you will respect tomorrow. It is important to remember how impactful it can be to simply show kindness to others, to show respect, compassion, and tolerance, and even to support diversity. Many are watching to see how you treat yourself and how you treat others in real life and online. Remember, every post and comment you leave online will outlive you. They are part of the resume of who you are, and that resume will be there as you seek future opportunities. The class of 2020 is special in many ways. You were destined to be the graduates with perfect vision, those who had their eye focused squarely on the future. You have already accomplished something more than any other class before. More than half of you achieved the goal of graduating not only with your high school diploma, but also with a second credential. You are ready. You are prepared. To paraphrase a quote by Robert Kennedy, some individuals see things as they are and ask why. I hope you dream of things that never were and ask why not. As we gather here today with your family and friends to celebrate the strong, resilient class of 2020, I want to encourage you to chase your dreams, Accept every challenge and strive for that next level. You have the support of your family, your teachers, and all of us here in the Council Bluffs schools. As you maintain that perfect focus on your future, I am looking forward to seeing how you will all achieve even more. Congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you the best in your future endeavors. We are CB proud of you. Thank you.
On behalf of the Board of Directors, congratulations, graduating class of Abraham Lincoln High School 2020. I'm David Kozire, Board President of your Council Bluffs Community School District Board of Directors. To quote a somewhat famous rock and roll band of my generation, the Grateful Dead, what a long, strange trip it's been. Wow. It certainly has been strange, but in spite of the challenges, you persevered, and for that we honor you today. Some view this celebration as an ending of a long journey, but it's not. I have no advice to give for you today, especially advice that's unsolicited. Such advice would be presumptive of me to give, and I leave that to you as a task to seek from your friends and trusted family members. I do, though, however, want to give you some insight that what motivates me, and to the wisdom from others that keeps me focused on what truly matters. There are three guiding ideas that lead me daily. And for some of you, they may sound familiar because they come from the scouting program. The first is from the Scout Oath, and it starts like this. On my honor, I will do my best. For me to do my best, that means I need to get a good night's sleep, eat healthy, exercise, and to daily actively educate myself. The second two, I lump them together, come from the Scout slogan and also the Scout Oath. The Scout slogan states, "Do a good turn daily," while the Oath continues on and says, "To help other people at all times." Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson explains his journey through life this way when he talks about taking action to lessen the burdens of others. Or if you wish to think of it in an alternative way, the corollary, how have you enriched someone's life today? To do otherwise, he states, would be irresponsible and a waste of his talents. And finally, the third guiding principle from the Scout motto, be prepared. When asked, prepared for what? Lord Baden-Powell, the founder of the Scouting movement, said, "Why, prepared for any old thing." By broadening my narrow understanding of this world, I prepare myself for any old thing. This commencement is a celebration of not an ending, but as defined, a celebration of your new beginning. A new beginning in your life as a lifelong learner. And to conclude my remarks by quoting a friend of mine, Kent Little, "Be a light and love one another, every single other, until there are no others, only one community of all." Peace.
Hello, class of 2020. Families, faculty, staff, we made it. I would like to start this speech by trying something I learned from one of my greatest inspirations, Mr. Rogers. If you don't mind, I'd like everyone, not just the students, but the audience as well, to close your eyes and spend the next 10 seconds in silence. Now, Mr. Rogers would normally take a full minute to reflect, but for our purposes today, I've decided to shorten the time. I want you to think of all the people who loved you into being, those who helped bring us to this moment. Maybe it's parents, teachers, best friends, passing strangers. Close your eyes. I'll keep the time. Thank you for doing that with me. Those people you just thought of are so proud of you right now. Many of them have seen you blossom during these last 4 years. They saw you score goals and beat personal records, perform in music concerts, and make beautiful art and become beautiful people. I have known some of you for over a decade, and I spent a portion of my moment of silence thinking of you. You, class of 2020, have helped me become the person I am today, and I can't thank you enough for that. In many ways, Abraham Lincoln High School was like my second home. I entered high school as an awkward, shy freshman, but thanks to the kindness of the students and teachers at this school, I was able to find my voice and find my place here. I will always remember cheering at football games, cracking jokes in the journalism room, or singing Hannah Montana songs with my best friends on the bus rides back from speech competitions. I'm sure many of you can understand how special moments like those can be. See, AL taught us to make the most out of our time in high school, and because of that, there are so many memories that we can cherish for the rest of our lives. Now, we can't go this whole speech without addressing the pandemic-sized elephant in the room. Because of the coronavirus, we didn't get to have a senior prom, or a last day of school for that matter. We missed out on so many of the final moments that high school seniors are entitled to. And honestly, that was devastating for so many of us. During this time, I found a lot of comfort in poetry, and I would like to share a quote from one of my favorite poets, Sarah Kay. "Life will hit you hard in the face. Wait for you to get back up just so it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much they like the taste of air." Although we have lost so much these last few months, we have so much to look forward to. We've learned a lot about ourselves and the people around us during our time away from school. And you should be proud to be a part of the class of 2020. Our time away from school has truly solidified the power of the Abraham Lincoln High School community. I've seen the generosity of teachers who made us yard signs and did their best to teach us calculus at home in their PJs. I've seen the dedication of students and athletes who continued studying and training even when they didn't have to. This is why I know you will go on to do amazing things. You will meet new people and fall in love and start companies and teach our future generations about what it means to be human. The people you thought of during that moment of silence earlier, they are the people you want to become. These people were strong for you and weak for you too. They gave you advice and showed you kindness and encouragement, and I hope you can thank them after this ceremony today. In one of his most famous quotes, Fred Rogers says, "Often when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else." Although I don't know what the future holds, I'm excited to see where it takes us, and I welcome each new experience knowing that kindness can be found anywhere. To combine an iconic line from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with one of Mr. Novotny's most famous sayings, I'll leave you with this: every day was a beautiful day to be a Lynx. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Well done. And now I have the honor of recognizing our graduates of distinction. I will begin this by asking the graduates who are wearing medallions to please stand while I explain what each of the medals represents. Audience, will you please hold your applause until I have recognized all those wearing medals? These graduates have completed a pathway to earn a diploma plus a college credential. Students wearing the black and white medallions, stand up. Students wearing the black and white medallions participated in the Early College Academy and have earned either an associate degree or an applied associate degree from Iowa Western Community College. Stay standing, guys. If you have black and white on, stay standing. Students earning the white medallion participated in the College Credit Acceleration Program and successfully earned 24 or more advanced placement or concurrent enrollment credits outside of the ECA, CAP, and TradeWorks programs. Students wearing purple medallions participated in the Certificate Advancement Program and earned a certificate in the Culinary Arts or Health Sciences from Iowa Western Community College. And students wearing the yellow medallion participated in the TradeWorks program, earning a certificate or diploma in a technical career area from Iowa Western Community College. Additionally, these students earned the National Center for Construction Education and Research Core Curriculum credential. Please give these students a round of applause. Next, I would like to recognize those graduates wearing honor cords to signify that they have completed a pathway to earn a diploma plus a second credential. Will the students who have received the following honors please stand to be recognized? Students wearing purple and silver cords earned the National Career Readiness Certificate by scoring at the platinum, gold, or silver levels. And students wearing the green honor cords earned a credential for their work within the Transition Alliance program, earning certificates in one of the following areas: work ethic proficiency, skills to pay the bills, Iowa workforce development, pre-employment skills, or employment-based certificates. Please give these students a round of applause. Finally, we would like to recognize our erudite scholars who are wearing the gold and white, gold, or silver honor cords for achieving a 3.5 or higher cumulative grade point average throughout all of high school. Will the students who have received these honors please stand to be recognized? The gold and white honor cord is used to signify those on the Gold Plus honor roll. Students earning a cumulative GPA of a 4.01 or above. The gold cord is used to signify those on the Gold honor roll, earning a cumulative GPA of 3.8 to 4.0. And the silver cords are used to signify those on the Silver honor roll who have earned a GPA of 3.5 to 3.799. Please give these students a round of applause. And like Dr. Murillo mentioned earlier, you'll notice that over half of our students stood, signifying that they have earned their high school diploma in addition to another credential, and we are so proud of them for that. But the real reason we're here is diploma, so let's get down to business. Mr. Kozier, President of the School Board of Education, and Dr. Murillo, Superintendent of Schools, and to the other members of the Board of Education, at this time, it is my pleasure and honor to recommend to you the class of 2020. These students have completed their course of study as prescribed by the Council Bluffs Community School District and the state of Iowa. They are eligible at this time to receive a diploma from Abraham Lincoln High School as authorized by the Council Bluffs Community School District and state law. Mr. Kozier, or Mr. LaFurla, President and Vice President of the Board of Education, I would ask at this time that you and our assistant principals prepare to present the members of this class with their diplomas. Seniors in this first row, will you please stand and make your way to the podium? Remember to bring your card. And audience, while they're moving to the stage, the members of this class and I agree on how important this ceremony is for each individual student. We want all students to be seen and their names to be heard as they receive their diplomas. So we ask that the audience applaud appropriately as not to detract from this special event and refrain from using noisemakers or other air horns. Thank you.
Sadie Marie Adcock. Callie Ann Adkins. Raul Amarias. John Edward Amdor. Kiri Renee Amdor. Janique Lie Anderson. Trinity Ann Anderson. Eduardo Andrade Martinez. Jaden Elizabeth Arnold. Luciano Nawel Arosagadai. Brian Arroyo Perez. Alexis Lynn Asmus. Cheyenne Nicole Axtell. Calvin Blue Baker. Peyton Joe Baller. Luke Gregory Banta. Caleb Hunter Larson Barnhouse. Caden David Kenneth Baxter. Brett James Bent. Jaden Lane Burge. Caitlin Ann Betchel. Caleb Andrew Blaney. Isabel Lynn Blunt. Anna Christina Bass. Elena Rose Bonet. Cooper Thomas Bolton. Chloe M. Borgela. Jacob Matthew Brady. Ethan Clement Brills. Bernard Damian Brown. Sydney Grace Burnett. Joshua Jacob Butler. Anaya Josephine Camacho. Alaire Brooklyn Carrier. Brandon David Carrier. Fernando Ruben Carrillo Ramos. Alexis Marie Carruthers. Jaden Elaine Cates. Ethan Garrett Chambers. Rebecca Lynn Cheney. Abigail Anna Christensen. Andrew Jack Christensen. Samantha Delaney Christensen. Kylie Nicole Clark. Nicholas Lynn Collins. Haley Ann Costello. Leviathan Allen Coy. Dylan Douglas Kozad. Ryan Dale Craig. Chloe Joanne Kramer. Mariah Dawn Davis. Jacob Riley Deharsh. Jared Michael Diltz. Lillian Christine Dingman. Felicity Ann Dismang. Jordan Robert DeVita. Haley Ann DeZona. Kaysen Robert Dolson. Isabella Faith Donor. Jacob R. A. Duncan. Mallory Grace Dungan. Brianna Marie Edie. Austin Bradley Elledge. Janella Joyce Rivera Encio. Alex Joseph Telewaima Esau III. Matthew Sean Evans. Bryson Oliver Faulkner. Kobe Ryan Ferguson. Austin Lee Victor. Benjamin Daniel Victor. Beatriz Figueroa Estrada. Aisha Zile Figueroa. Jace Isaiah Fisher. Maxie Rachel Fisher. Madison Michelle Flanker. Isabel Josiana Fonseca. Brody John Fouch. Peyton Brianne Fredrickson. Tanika Nichelle Fredrickson. Mackenzie May Fritcher. Sydney Marie Fresh. Lucas Joseph Gaines. Jared Michael Galaska. Nicholas Ryan Garner. Devin Marie Gibbons. Hannah Elizabeth Gibson. Kaya Annette Godsey. Esteban Serpis. Katie Lynn Goodenberger. Logan Michael Greenslate. Ashley Elizabeth Griffiths. Tollin Thomas Guest. Caitlin Marie Harold. Jacob Douglas Hatcher. Charity Nicole Moten. Angel Marie Headley. Mariah Lee Ning Hylison. Jocelyn Paige Hendricks. Cooper Michael Henningsen. Stephanie Isela Hernandez. Chloe Ann Herzog. Ashley Ann Hipnar. Kylie Brianna Hoffman. Dakota Dwayne Holderness. Stephen Michael Hornberg. Taylor May June Husher. Adriana Martina Huerta. Brian Michael Hunter. Colin Michael Huntley. Emily Grace Hutchins. Shay Riley Jackson. Brock Jeffrey James. Jacob Michael James. August Lynn Johnson. Kaylee Lynn Jones. Jared O'Neill Kaufman. Mia Rachel Kawamitsu. Kerrigan Lake Kiefer. Taylon Hunter Kiefer. Emily Sue Keller. Christian Michael Kennedy. Peyton Jade Kennedy. Matthew Scott Kepler Thomason. Julia May Kern. Sarah Ann King. Cameron Jacob Kinzer. Logan Matthew Klein. Jackson Alexander Klopper. Stella Jane Knaus. Alexis Mary Convalin. Dawson Marie Colpold. Walter Francisco Kramer Vasquez. Faith Marie Kunick. Isabella Cher Kunick. Peyton Lane Quammen. Cameron Scott Lambert. Corbin Nicholas Lemire. Alec Arthur Lander. Zoe McKenna Leiter. Daniel Alexander Leon. Kylie Mackenzie Leonard. Damian Michael Lessig. Taylor Ann Lessig. Ryan Seth Light. Ashalia Amore Lewis. Alfredo Lopez Cabrera.
Gabriella Marie Martin. Kevin Martinez. William Henry Matheson. Austin Daniel Mattice. Ryan Michael May. Brianna Lynn Mayer. Corey Jean McCulligan. Sydney Lee McCorkle. Patience McCormick. Zachary Clinton McDonald. Colby Christian McDowell. Andrea Medina Arroyo. Omar Pablo Mefford. Sierra Elizabeth Lucille Mersick. Caden William Mersick. Sierra Lynn Meza. Mallory May Miller. Arlette Monet Milstead. Jordan Nathaniel Moling. Guadalupe Monreal. Arnie Brian Mora. Carlos Jose Lee Morales. Aiden Matthew Morgan. Victory Silette Nicole Morrison. Thomas Payton Mulbauer. Sierra and Janae Nagunst. Cade Kenneth Nelson. Devin Matthew Nichols. Alexander Lloyd Nielsen. No. Chloe Morgan O'Farrell. Zachary Clifton Leroy Oberhelman. Anthony Robert Dean Oberlin. Zane Brian Olson. Abigail Elizabeth Olson. Lauren Ann Olson. Ethan Andrew Ortega. Emily Rose Ostertag. Madison Marie Owen. Heaven Lee Ann Palmer. Bailey Renee Peabody. Andrew Wayne Perry. Brennan John Pellegrin. Esmeralda Perez Valdez. Nolan Ryan Peters. Annabelle Christine Peterson. Claire Catherine Plummer. Johnny Dean Pedraza. Alexis Lynn Pomernakis. Raven Lynn Pomernakis. Riley Jean Pope. Karen Ramos Navarro. Tori Jaylyn Rayfelt. Tyden Richard Rayfelt. Jared Matthew Renshaw. Keith James Rice. Christian Michael Richards. Joshua Isaac Richards. Connor Michael Roberts. Samuel Ramon Rocha. Lucas Daniel Roden. Miguel Alexander Rodriguez. Alexiana Jade Rowland. Carson Kaylee Sachs. Daniel Sanchez Estevez. Damian Xavier Schlosser. Tatum Adele Schulenberg. Gage Preston Scott. Samantha Lynn Scott. Dylan Lee Sharp. Crystal Ann Sheehan. Ethan William Shalito. Trinity Leanne Shin. Brian Keith Shook. Ridge David Sharp Sigafus. Gavin Walker Smith. Rachel Eileen Smith. Madeline Haley Snyder. JC Ellen Sobbing. Haley Renee Soka. Anthony Aaron Salazzo. Nayeli Solorio Garcia. Carly Ruth Sorensen. Drake David Sorensen. Belinda Catherine Sauvern. Randall Spring Jr. Kirsten Marie Spurgeon. Tristan Evan Stensland. Emily Jo Stetskol. Jonathan Leonard Stiverson. Braden Allen Stokes. Jennifer Noreen Stoudemire. Elizabeth Marie Strunk. Rosetta Helen Stuck. Alexander Warren Suma. Baylor Thomas Swenson. Matea Lynn Tackett. Cameron Taylor. Megan Brienne Tellender. Jeffrey Brian Thompson. Michael Duan Thompson. Madison Lowell Takota. Liliana Hope Christine Torres. Rylan Reef Traw. Audrey K. Travers. Lucy Lynn Turner. Heidi Valdez Rangel. Jacob Daniel Van Houten. Haley Lynn Vandervelde. Jaden Marie Vanderpool. Erica Lynn Vandervoort. Cameron Jacob Vanderwerf. Jesus Angel Vega Lemus. Brooklyn Nicole Wagner. Julia Nicole Wagner. Jerichiah Leanne Walker. Madison Mackenzie Walton. Megan Lynn Watts. Delaney Jane Welch. Austin William Wickman. Chloe Elaine Marie Williams. Taylor Morgan Wilson. Emma Grace Wise. Brooke Madeline Ray Wohlers. Destiny Ann Woodard. Serena Doucette Young. Evelyn Zuninga Solario. Zane Thomas Zyla.
How about one more round of applause for this graduating class? Such an incredible group of young people. Before we conclude, I'm going to take just a moment to say thank you to my dear friend and our favorite assistant principal, Mrs. Amanda Jens. Mrs. Jens, if you didn't know, will be moving on to new adventures and shaping young lives as the principal at Kern Middle School next year. There simply are not words to express what Mrs. Jens means to all of us at Abraham Lincoln. Mrs. Jens, your legacy will be defined not only by the thousands of lives you've touched, but by your true example of what it means to be a lynx. Your character, your unyielding optimism, your commitment to fostering relationships, your ability to always focus on solutions, and your commitment, and last but never least, your genuine show of kindness. To say that you will be missed is an understatement. Please accept my sincerest thank you for all that you have done. All right. In just a moment, we will engage in the ceremonial tassel switch, officially signifying this class as graduates of Abraham Lincoln High School. After the tassel switch, graduates and stage guests will exit the arena. An audience, if you would please remain in the auditorium until the graduates and stage guests have left, and then we ask that you promptly exit the arena so that we can sanitize and prepare for the next graduation ceremony. So graduates, will you please stand?